All right, Grand Rising is Shalonda O'Shea Seeking, and I'm back. And again, I don't know why. Like I said, this is just really kicking. Hold on one second. All right, so again, back to this. This image is just really, I was just thinking about it in a whole different light of air, fire, water, earth. All right. And air, fire, water, earth. And today, right? So again, there was this energy, like I said, of like the whole thing, don't touch the mountain. So I was in a situation yesterday where I had to use kind of like discipline, right? Because I want to be like courageous and ferocious and attempt to approach something. It's like again, in a physical, like again, sometimes being led to these um, different public like locations or whatever, libraries and buildings and things like this. And I had came to a building where I felt like energy was just telling me something about it. And it was a decision to make. Like it was kind of like, if you touch it or somebody walk up to it or they touch it, then they're going to be shot with arrows or darts or whatever it was saying. And then it was also talking about that explosion. So I was thinking about, it could be a setup also of somebody going to something when it came to the fire essence of this card. That if you touch that, something is going to be erupted or explode or something. But it could be exploding in a good way. It may be also, like I said, it may be something like I'm hearing like fire and desire energy. All right. So, like dying with someone. So this is giving me like a rocket ship energy. Like again, like I said with Elon Musk, he was saying something about, I think they were talking about like the world or something like ending, or like the world in a sense, like the earth is in trouble or something. It was like that. And I think what he was saying, what I was taking from it is that depending on how all this shit ends that's going on right now, maybe if there's some kind of like jealousy or there's some kind of something, this energy of something, some kind of battle or something that could end up ending the world as we know it, like in a nuclear form. Okay. And I feel like when I was reading into it and reading into my situation where I was in my journey at that point in time, it's like coming to the conclusion of being in this one ring circus or whatever and like exploding, or turning cold and whatever in the earth's core is going to be like corrupt. It's not going to be healed or whatever it would be because of the angles that were being taken towards the energy. Okay. The mother energy, the mother earth energy. Even if again, some of us may have been, I feel, altered in a sense, okay, bionic, hybrid, whatever, by shit that we, have put or allowed people to put, in our vassals. But again, I ended up going somewhere today, right? And it just so happens I went back to that same location. And it's funny that this hawk is here because this exact hawk that was sitting in that area. Very strange. And while I was driving back, a big black crow or a bird that looks like this flew over the car. But we see this crown is up here in the north. Same thing, kind of like this card, actually. Oh, same almost thing. The crown. I'm calling them the feet. The feet. And then the hawk. And the crow. It's funny because I saw two little I ended up seeing two planes today. And again, one was like a light colored thing. And I felt like when I seen that, I felt like, that whole thing about, somebody being whisked away to a place, right? And I felt like it was dealing with another divine feminine energy or another feminine energy, we'll put it like that, that might have been whisked away. Okay. Like I said, again, that would be in a position of or exalted in, because I feel like even with the red dragon or because at one point in time I saw myself about 6 months ago go through this, knowing that I was in that energy of the woman, right? And what I feel now is that there is somebody else that's taking that particular journey. Okay. But I feel like again, it's out of spite, or it's out of some miscommunication or some kind of sorcery, because I feel like again, one energy is the original energy, and one is a double. I've watched it being built into a doppelganger, succubus, copycat energy. Now, I'm not saying that they don't do their job well, but I'm just saying it is what it is. Son of man, son of God. So it's almost like son of man goes through that process, and the son of God is going to go through that process, right? And it's almost like the son of man is going to go after the son of God, because they're taking what they learned from the son of God, the language, like we read about Moab and Abraham, and Moses and them, again, with Israel and Jerusalem. They sent them in there. Like I said, these sorceries, these witches and stuff like that, I feel like they're in close quarters. I feel like that's the den of brooding vipers that's in the area. Okay. Whether they're at a distance or in the actual area, that are all using their energy as a coven or something. Again, working on one person. The nucleus energy, that knot. They're trying to figure out this knot of this powerful force that's in the middle here. And instead of mentoring, but this could be a form of mentorship at a distance, right? I guess it depends on how I take it or how it goes. Yeah. But the whole point of it is being studied. That's why I feel like there's cameras rolling or something sometimes. That's why I feel a presence of being watched or monitored or targeted or surveilled, because they want to know everything about what's going on within this knot of a messy woman, right? To be able to also, form someone to do that particular situation. And the thing I can't understand, and it's my whole life, it's just my livelihood, which I know it doesn't matter because I'm going off to do that great thing anyway. But I feel like this is what has been done for thousands of years. Just like in that book, The Spring, it was saying we use this tree for thousands of years. That's cannibalism, or feeding off, or grafting on, or hanging strange fruit on the tree. And it's not the actual thing. But I feel like, again, it's also dealing with like different breeds, hybrids and whatever, in that energy. Okay. Those that are not touched. Because again, you can also take something that is amazing, made by a force of nature, and then penetrate it or annihilate it. You can, try to even test on it or play with it. You know what I'm saying? And again, like I said, I feel like this is the energy, or maybe because they can't get their hands on, then they're taking another approach. But I feel like that's how it leads to downfall, and nobody's understanding that yet. That you're supposed to use the thing that's valuable that you have already, work with it. You know what I'm saying? Let these energies that's coming into that energy right now learn the craft. But in some cases, I think that some bloodlines are just too damn strong. They're afraid of it. They fear it. And so they go ahead and like try to build up a better version that will work for whatever they're trying to build in the future. But again, let's read this. This is called The Arms of the Isle of Man. So yeah, something about the islands. That's what I was saying in that video. The 3 legs of armor flexed at the knee and conjoined at the thigh. All proper garnished spurred dates. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. I'm just going to move down. So it's about the crown dependency. Okay. And I feel like a lot of times these people they're again striking the rock with a stick or doing something like this. And again, I feel like even with the cup or whatever, I feel like a lot of times it's talking about that root or sacral chakra energy here, a lustful kind of energy to drain that kind of energy from it as well. And then also mental stimulation by like striking it or putting, thorns in the head of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? It's with that crown of thorns, is going to provoke that energy. So I feel like somebody, what was saying was being like to manipulate a situation to strike the rock, because somebody uses the rock as possibly something that they can go to when they want to water it and do all these things that they when they need it. But at the same time, they don't understand that rocks are living energy as well, right? And in my case, I've had to self-heal, self-love, all these things. So it's kind of like I can get to it myself, or learning the way to get to it myself, right? without much outside energy here. I feel like, again, that's the thing. So again, being able to use also all kind of influences, but also being able to put that shit down and just maybe hone in on one thing or no thing and just speak about it. You know, the image is just, again, for me to keep on track. Okay, but we're going to go ahead and talk about it. All right. And it says, Owlman is a crown dependency and present Lord of Man. Okay, in 1996. Oh, okay, 13. Okay, so that 13 earlier was talking about the 13th century. And that goes back to me saying we're not in the 13th century no more. We in 2022. We see what's going on here now. You see what I'm saying? We see where the overthrow happens. We see where the energy of someone that is a colonizing or pirate energy comes in now. But again, it's like going to the south is defeat, but it's also making me think about like a south node, and then again, your sacral or root chakra as well. Because we're going to talk about a dream that I had earlier too. And it's kind of inappropriate, so I'm going to leave out some of the details, but I feel like this was something that was done to me. I feel like this is something that was done from a projecting energy, a master manipulator, a very powerful sorcerer or witch energy. Okay. Queen Elizabeth II. Okay. July 1996. 16. I'm seeing 15, 16, and 17. Age-wise. Not date. So I'm hearing like something about like Barbados or some other area in that. Something happened back then. Maybe that's even when somebody took a throne, actually, really. But I feel like it still was that them keeping that energy at a lower non awakened energy, a sleep realm, so that somebody else can be doing the work. So whatever this is that's going on right now really started heightening up in that time. So this has been a very long journey, possibly of surveillance the whole time. Being captive in a sense, or captivated. Because even though I can channel both energies of Mary and Elizabeth, it's like it's in one now. It's the same thing. Like I said, when it comes to these crowns, there is not going to be no kind of confusion. When it comes to these things, it's not going to be. Everything is getting wrapped up into more simplistic energies. But then again, we have to be careful when it comes to tech, because it can be very controlling, dominant, like a dominant energy. Arms of Her Majesty in right of the Isle of Man. Yeah. I don't know why I'm hearing Poole, the last name Poole. Okay. Oh. Oh. Well, no. Maybe this is talking about some kind of energy party. Maybe that's why that came up today. Also thinking back about 15, 16, those years and astral energy and not knowing nothing about it, but maybe some of these people did, even a truck driver energy or something like that. It's almost like my best friend's wedding. Like, again, because I think that one of my soulmates' best friends' last name was Poole. And when I seen somebody today, I was looking at their picture like, why does this person look familiar? But it was like maybe a rapper or something, but I was never, it wasn't never nothing like that. Matter of fact, I think this is yeah. So this is kind of like even how, again, back in the day when it was kind of like, again, you know how you go in like groups or whatever. So I feel like this has something to do with something was hijacked, and we're gonna get it back. I just don't know if it's the we in the heavens or the we, me and the someone in the heavens or on the earth, meaning the soulmate, twin flame, or twin ray. Elijah. Okay. Oh, okay. Going back to that Knight of Wands, that reptilian energy, Ezekiel's will, the wheel of fortune, and why it seems to not go during this process, why it's not going in my direction, because this is what this family has done the whole time. This is why I keep on pointing out the NOI. You know what? The red horse also is Malcolm energy. So maybe that's saying something about that. It's shape shifty. It's shape, but it's in my blood or something. Something that it's saying at the same time. But it's that energy of the good versus the bad in that lineage. That there's a cross. There's a cross here. There's something crossed in that bloodline there. This is maybe why people feared some of the energy from some of us, from what happened before, not knowing that, again, there's a new thing being done by God. And this is when I felt like when Source was listening to me for the first time, because I was actually making saying some of my concerns and some things that I would like for the first time, because I don't like to ask, I don't like to interrupt, I don't like to, I'm just usually of service. And that's why, okay, self energy, self love, choosing self, but also love, somebody wants something. I want something that I'm gonna be able to share with somebody in the physical, and walk with somebody, and it's just in that energy that's up for the task. Somebody that can kind of like even teach me something or share something with me. So when I'm thinking breakfast at Tiffany's or that energy of the cousin, maybe that's why I was seeing the red dress. And I feel like, again, that when it comes to Moshe, Aaron, okay, and William or Bill, okay, so all this, okay, okay, the Pharaoh and then the God, okay, and possibly even a Moorish energy there. Son of man, son of God, kind of complex there. So I feel like somehow with that, the other bloodline within my bloodline of my cousins, I feel like wherever that is, it usually comes in and crosses with. To step on my toe. So again, it's my portion that always gets to be scapegoated and or killed or cut off, or and I feel like something different is going to happen this time. It's already something that has been already prepared. There's been some detours, but already been prepared for a long time here. It's obscure. Stem from the Scottish takeover of the island. Excuse me. Because it was supposed to be Mary's throne anyway, but due to all the chaos that was going on with her, I feel like, I don't know. So I feel like maybe this is something like I said, payback, the big payback, do over. The people that they're calling the evil ones are actually not the evil ones, possibly. Okay, the supporters are birds, but society is going to make you feel like that. Put it like that. Birds associated with the islands, the model. Okay. Yeah. Um. Um. So I feel like, again, this represents, yeah. The I'm about to say echelon is blazoned. Okay, so fire. Garnished and spurred. The crest is blazoned. Imperial crown proper. Supporters are blazoned. So this makes me think about fire king energy. Fiery serpent energy. You know, fueling fire. The riots, maybe. This is the first time I've ever seen any kind of movement like this in Canada. So it's very shocking to me. Not saying that they haven't had them before, but I'm just saying where it's been brought to our, you know what I'm saying? Because I think we are dealing with a fire king and then one of the water. That's why I'm seeing Moana, this island. Something about Hawaii. Whether those that ever you throw it, it will stand. Or whichever way you throw it, it will stand. And that's what I feel like. This is the energy here. Because again, it's that cross energy or that sword energy from the north to the south, to the east to the west. I feel like whatever else is going on to the east and the west of the Midwest, so, but really more so the Middle East, okay, was squishing the Midwest, almost like that lion that's squished in the middle of that coat of arms again, but this time from side to side. Yeah. Because right now there's those three swords and those other three, and the three is representing these three queens or these three energies that want to keep one of them out. But no matter what they keep doing, working their hardest. They're getting all kind of different groups when it comes to, mental illness, when it comes to, financial, but they know these things are being done to suppress that, right? But this is the thing. They keep on putting thorns in the crown of Jesus or Yeshua or the Christ energy. Crucifying over and over again, no matter what. You say people are going to twist it, turn it, flip it, say. And so that's why you got to be built to not give a damn about what they're saying, really. Because I feel like they're trying to put some other people in that energy when that may be even the whole get out energy here. But it's again coming to a realization that not too fast here. This is a forever thing. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this is how they've been able to do it, to shut one out or cut off the cornerstone in in the past, these couple of, 1,000 years or so. Shit. They've been able to cut it off in the past and then nothing would happen. But this time, the whole thing, they had to get all these hundreds of thousands of people to go against or even penetrate one individual or one entity. I'm talking about witches, warlocks, scientists, doctors, excuse me, the education system, the church, excuse me. But no matter how you do it, the authorities, police, finances, magic, whatever they're doing, it still stands. And that's why I think they pulled on that energy of that, the dark side of the Esther lineage, possibly, to pull someone out of the grave or out of a situation or out of a basement, to fight against me. But no matter how they do it, it may be even shocking to see what it will stand, the final stand, right? So again, I don't know why I just heard how the West was born. And I'm hearing something about sue, like to sue somebody or even sue Indians. And something about South Carolina, Sumer. This refers to the theoretical, yeah. Supposedly always have a foot to land on, whichever way it lands. Yeah, this is what I was thinking about, a leg up, though. Okay. But it's also, you know what I'm saying? I think it's showing those on the outside also look at the service, look at the servitude without asking for nothing. It's not because these people use people to do this. It is because, again, and that's what I'm saying about the Empress. The Empress sits and chills. You know what I'm saying? She don't chill. Actually, she don't chill. Shit, she's like a commander in chief. She got a lot of shit going on in the mental. There's a lot of stuff that's unseen that the Empress is doing that people may think she's just sitting on her fat ass, but she's actually doing a lot. And a lot of people could not even stand to sit in that seat. Matter of fact, when I first came into this, it was so much turbulence and I didn't think, but I didn't think I was gonna be able to, I won't say recover, but ground myself. But I started to take those things and put them in places and put them, like I was like decorating a bookshelf or something. I started to compartmentalize things and whatever. And I found myself still standing. I feel like at that point of this initiation or whatever, the spiritual thing that's going on, most people would have already just lost it or shut down and they don't even want to say nothing no more, think nothing no more, whatever. Or they just a mastermind. They don't speak with their mouth. They just, you know what I'm saying? Again, that's why I'm careful about calling people certain things like skip. I'm just careful with that because I see the spiritual sense or essence to it. Yeah. So I think people are trying to knock somebody off their throne by saying, but this is in your DNA. Because some of these people know more about your shit than you do. Okay. And then come on here and try to tell you what. But it's kind of like in a hateful way. They want you to know that they know more about you than you know about yourself. And they want you to know it too. They want to show it to you. But again, no matter which way it still stands. It's like you could try to say that I'm not of this bloodline or that family or whatever, or from this one, now. But the one even you're gonna try to say that I'm from to try to degrade me or downgrade me is gonna be a bloodline because it ain't never been about no. And this is how source is gonna show and make fool out of motherfuckers because it ain't gonna have nothing to do with them doctored up documents that anybody can make anybody look like they're from anywhere at this point in time. I don't trust the shit no way. That's why it's more important to go within. It's more about that journey of knowing yourself. And I feel like, again, a lot of masculines are chasing after women that it looks some kind of way or it's fun or it's this or that. But do they know themselves? Are they 100% comfortable with themselves with or without whatever it is? Finances, makeup, clothing, bags, whatever the fuck it is. With or without children, with or without what? It's this whole energy here. But I feel like that's what people are up to right now, trying to see who I am. And they could doctor up something or whatever, but it doesn't matter which way. Or maybe they even might be truthful about what they find. And they're going to say, oh, yeah, look at this. But it doesn't matter, whichever 3 ways, because this is also a it's something. I'm hearing like trilateral, try something. And it has something to do with the specific makeup. So it's good that it was all like that, right? Because at some point in time, those bloodlines still crossed. That's what it is. No matter which way you try to push or pull it, the Empress ain't going to change. The Christ energy that's here right now is going to change, not going to change. The Jesus or Yeshua energy is not going to change. And the messed up thing is, I feel like too, I mean, it could be though. Okay. All right. It could be. Because I feel like Trinity, something here. All right, let's go back to the image. Now I'm getting to the point where I can't even keep my eyes open. So yeah, I feel like this definitely has something to do with this. But again, it's just like it's all mine in that sense of my reign. That's it. Of my reign. That's it. Nobody can take it. With the divine master, with the twin flame mate. And again, I'm noticing how the tip of this card is touching her sacral or root area. And this is the conscious connection card right here. These two people in you, they kind of look different in the mirror or whatever, but they, they may share the same soul or share the same mind. Because I'm seeing the body here. I'm seeing like the crown, your head, your lower, your feet or whatever. This is the body or whatever that's in between, or the beehive or the pyramid or the mound or whatever it is, or the feminine energy that is the earth element when it comes to what's going on right now in this living God energy. This looks like a cross. It's also like if you stand up, you will be a cross. So again, this fiery red energy represents, like I said, a fire king. And this is like, again, water energy. The fire energy is going to put try and put the dynasty sign up. The water energy is going to put it down, which means that those at the bottom are going to be at the top. So again, it's those who try to put somebody in slavery are going to go into slavery, right? Because a lot of these people are kind of judges, but I think some of them also deal with ego and all these other things. Or they would have us believe that they were judges, or they were the only ones that could judge, or the only ones that could whatever. But I don't think that that's the case. And we do have rainbow energy here still too, though. I think some people are afraid of those type, like rainbow energy, like when it comes to the Obama administration, would be, probably fear that whatever he did, would be so I feel like it has something to do with that as well. Yeah. And that's why it's just like all this whole knotted thing. But why not? Why did I think that? Because I feel like whatever this is, it has something to do with wine, or drinking the wine, or taking the wine. Also, I'm seeing Celtic energy here with that green and with this symbol here. Luck of the Irish. Maybe that's why I said big luck the other day on those cards. It's standing out to me right now. Right? But we could also be talking about location and maps. Your body is a wonderland. Body designed by the wisdom of time. Earth, air, fire, water. All of the elements. All of the zodiac. So this is some more powerful. Now I see why they tried to hide some of us throughout the test of time. And look at this cup. Look at how the other tip is right here on this cup here. And it kind of looks like these cups are falling down. This cup is falling down here. But I feel like it's like, nope, wait a minute. And then again, the cup energy represents, again, vaginal energy and mental energy to me. Higher and lower, or sacral and La Corona. Trees, the root of this tree. Y'all heard me when I was doing this card right here with this bird nest. Because there was something about this tree trunk that really caught my eye. And look at this.